welcome to yoga. Today we're going to explore a few concepts of balance. So balance is something that as we go about our everyday life, we don't really notice when things are in balance, when everything's kind of just going with the flow, but it's when we come out of balance. In any area of our life, it could be our diet, our health, our finances. But when it gets uncomfortable, when it comes out of balance, that's when we start to notice. So our yoga practice is one of the things that we can do to kind of always bring us back to center, finding the middle ground. So if you are here, congratulations for unrolling your mat, doing your practice. So right now, just sitting, just calmly, comfortably on your mat. Allow your hands to just cup over the front of your knees. Hug your elbows slightly in towards your side body. And then pull slightly back. And as you do that, you're going to feel your heart press a little forward. And kind of the muscles in your low back engage just a little bit. So you're sitting with a little less effort in beautiful posture. Close your eyes. And then begin to find a little balance with your breath. And an easy way to do this is by counting the breath. So as you inhale, count from 1 all the way up to the top of the breath. Whatever number you counted up to, reverse that all the way back down to 1 as you exhale. We'll just do that a few more times, just bringing a little balance, a little equilibrium to the breath. Not changing it too much, just bringing it into a place of balance. As we move through our practice, we always want to find a balance in the effort that we put into the practice, and also with the ease, the comfort of each pose. We don't want every pose to be forced and hard and rigid. But we don't want it to be kind of no effort, kind of just lackluster, floppy, and just no effort at all. So there's always a balance. We call that stilum and sukham. Stilum is the strength, the effort, and sukham is the softness, the ease. All right, take a few more breaths, moving into Ujjayi Pranayama if you use that for your practice. In the energy system of our body, our heart center is the energy center that brings us to balance. So let your palms come together, just at your palms. We deal with 7 chakras, 7 energy centers in yoga. The heart is the middle one. There's 3 below it that deal with the earth, the physical body. And the 3 above the heart chakra deal with the divine, heaven, the mind, spirit. So the heart really is the place of balance. On your next inhale breath, reach up overhead, take a nice full stretch. As you exhale, lower your hands, lean a little back, and change the cross of your legs. All right, if you're seated on something, you can come off sitting on your mat. Hands come back to your knees. As you inhale, lean your heart forward. And then just moving on your breath. Let's start to take some circles. So keep your spine lengthened, your heart lifted. Each circle is an inhale and an exhale. Exhaling all the way round and back. Inhale yourself forward. And then maybe close your eyes. Focus on your breath more than the movement. And it just becomes a little bit like a moving meditation. Let's take one more circle here. The next time you come back to the top of your mat, pause, and then begin to move the opposite way. It's a good time just to check in with your body, any areas that require a little attention from your practice. And just letting your practice be what you need today. Just Just honoring your energy levels, what's happening in your body. Also what's happening in your mind. These are unsettling times. So we're going to finish this round that we're on. Lean forward and then just bring your hands out in front of you. And then just let yourself melt down. So rounding a little bit into your back. Send your breath into your back body, back ribs. It's almost like you breathe into your kidneys. Stay here breathing and walk your hands over towards your right leg. And then just allow yourself to melt down over your right leg. Press a little bit more firmly down through your left hip. And then let's walk our hands all the way back across the top of the mat. Folding over the left leg, letting the right thigh, right hip get a little heavier. Nice, walk your hands back. And then walking them in. Let's one more time change out the crossing legs. And then walk yourself forward with the other leg in front. Bow down. Staying here. Well, this time we'll walk to the left side first. And soften and fold. And then walking your hands back across center, over to the right. As you exhale, melt down over the right thigh. Coming back through center. Walk your hands in. Awesome. Inhale, reach and stretch. Maybe even lift your gaze. Nice. Keep the left hand lifted, lower the right arm. And then just extend through the left side body. A nice deep stretch. Gaze, look down, tuck your chin slightly in. Lengthen up through your left fingertips as you root down through your left hip. Inhale all the way back up, both arms lift. And then as you exhale, left hand out. Stretching and lengthening all the way through the right side. So here, finding that balance, strength, as you root down, hug in that muscular energy, but then that softness is like a radiating outwards through your heart center, lengthening out through your fingertips. So you inhale, reach both arms up. And then exhale, lower your hands down, reach your hands back behind you. And then we'll clasp fingers. Staying here, letting your hands rest on your low back, or reach your hands away, lengthen through your arms, and just drop your chin towards your chest. Awesome. Inhale, lift your head, relax your arms, and then we'll come on to all fours. So coming onto your mat. Knees under your hips, wrists under your wrists under your shoulders. Feel a slight hugging in and lift of your low belly. And then walk your hands forward about a hand. As you exhale, tuck your chin, press your hips back. Now we're creating length from both sides. Exhale, melt maybe just a little bit closer towards the earth. And then as you inhale, press your hands, lift yourself all the way back up. Walk your hands off to the right. And then as you exhale, once again, press yourself back. Press a little bit more actively into your left hand and hug the left hip back. Take a breath into the left side body. Nice, and then we're going to lift ourselves up. Walk our hands back through center, over to the left, and then exhale, melt down and back. Breathing length into the right side. Take a couple more breaths. Awesome, and then we're going to lift up, walk our hands back, keep them out in front of you a little bit, and then tuck your toes under. Lean yourself forward so shoulders come over your wrists, press down into the balls of your feet. Lift your knees just a couple of inches up off the mat. Gaze looks down. So really finding a lot of stillness here, a lot of strength. See if you can balance it out with a little softness. So notice if you're clenching your jaw. Soften the muscles of your face. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up and back. Come to down dog. Always feels good in this first down dog to bicycle out one leg and then the other. Maybe for this first down dog, bring your hands a little wider. Create a little space in your shoulders. All right, hold still just for a breath or two. And then we're going to look forward. Walk our feet slowly towards our hands. Walk yourself into a forward fold, so it could be a nice bent knee forward fold, fingers on the mat. Or maybe straighten a little bit more into your legs. Take your hands to the back of your ankles. Inhale here, lift a little, and then exhale, maybe fold a little bit more deeply. Just rocking a little from side to side. Take your hands from your ankles to your shins. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, lifting up, nice straight back, arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, drawing your hands back to your heart center, center balance. All right, take a breath here. All right, on your inhale, let's reach all the way up. Bring your hands together, clasp your fingers. As you exhale, reach and stretch over to the right. And then just let your gaze look down. So we're going to inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, reach and stretch over to the left. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands back to your heart. At the top of your mat, we'll inhale, reach up one more time. Exhale, fold and lower. Inhale halfway, and then step the right foot to the back of the mat. So hold here in a high lunge, back knee lifted. Drop your chin towards your chest. Just allow yourself to fold over the left thigh. And then let that back leg get strong. So you don't want to kind of be here soft. You want a little internal support. So press the back of your leg up towards the sky. Awesome, and then we're going to lower the back leg. Walk your hands up to the top of the left thigh. Hips can drift a little forward. You want to have this left shin nice and vertical, so you might want to wiggle your toes down a little bit more. And then arms down by your side. All right. Inhale, reach up. Anjaneyasana, reach up through your fingertips, maybe lift your gaze. All right. Reach your hands back behind you and clasp them. Let your hands slide down the back of your leg as you lift your heart and your gaze. All right, and then release your hands, reach back up overhead, and exhale lower. Let's lift the back knee. Keep the right hand down on the mat. Left hand can come to you again. And then we're going to open up to the left with an option to reach the arm up. Breathe here, finding the twist. Press down through both feet. Lengthen your heart forward. Soften your gaze. Exhale lower. Beautiful, look forward. Step to the top of your mat. Bring your hands to your shins and lengthen halfway. Nice, and then exhale, fold, left foot steps. Same thing here. High lunge. So letting that back leg feel strong. So press it up, root down through both feet. Take a couple of breaths, just tuck your chin in towards your chest. Great length in the back of your neck, a little softness. Nice, and then exhale, lower. Walk your hands to your thigh. Make sure your right shin's nice and vertical. Arms by your side. And then inhale, reach up. Lifting, not just through your shoulders and arms, but feel like you're just lengthening all the way from you. Beautiful. Release your hands back behind you. And then you're going to move all your fingers over once, so you're clasping a slightly different way. Inhale here. Soften your arms, reach up. Exhale down. Pick up the left knee, left hand down, right hand to your hip. Twisting right and then maybe reaching the arm up. Beautiful. As you exhale, look down lower. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Okay, so stay where you are at the top of your mat. I'm just turning to face you. We're going to come back to that steeple mudra, lifting our hands up overhead. Index fingers point out. Bring your right toes off to the right side of your mat. And then we're going to reach and exhale over to the left. So look down, find somewhere for your gaze to land. Soften into your easy, balanced breath. And then maybe you'll pick your right toes up off the mat. So strengthen that left leg. Nice, then we're going to slide the toes back in. Inhale, grow a little taller, and exhale, draw your hands back to your heart. Take a breath. Inhale, lift. Coming to the left, so toes rest on the mat. Reach and stretch over. You can always stay here, just with the big toe rested, or pick your foot up. Find a little balance. Nice. Slide your foot back in. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Take your hands to your elbows and just allow yourself to hang from your hips, let your head get nice and heavy. Whichever way you're holding your elbows, flip your grip, hold them the other way, and take another couple of breaths. Nice. Lower your hands down to the mat. Bend into both knees. Come to Utkatasana. So arms can be out in front of you, or you can reach your arms up overhead. Look down, shift your weight a little forward, so you're bringing the weight into the front of your feet, and then maybe lift both heels up off the mat. If you do that, notice how strong your legs become. It's like you're hugging the muscles to the bone. Beautiful. Then we're going to lower the heels, and inhale, lift all the way back up. Exhale, lower your hands. Very good. All right, come back to Tadasana and take some breaths. Beautiful, bring your hands to your heart. Press firmly down into your right foot and then lift your left heel. Lift the left knee. Flex your foot. Take a couple of breaths. So we're going to press that foot back. So as the foot presses back, lean your heart forward. Bring your leg back, hover here any amount. If balance doesn't feel on, you can step all the way back. We're going to come back to a warrior one. So the left heel comes down to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. Gaze. Okay, humble warrior, reach your hands back behind you and clasp them. Turn a little bit towards the left side of your mat. And then as you exhale, I'm going to soften all the way down, arms lift. So you might like a strap for this if your shoulders feel really tight. Okay. We'll lift on the next inhale. Reach all the way back up, warrior one. Exhale, lower your hands. Lift your back knee to come into a prayer twist. So you always have the option to come into it with the knee on the mat. But a lifted leg's going to bring a little bit more balance into the pose. So reach your left arm out, connect it to your left elbow to your right knee, palms together. And then you're going to spin your heart to the right. Take about 3 to 5 full breaths. Okay, and then we'll look down, unwind our hands, step forward, inhale halfway, exhale fold, inhale lift, exhale your hands to your heart. Awesome, come back to Tadasana and take a couple of breaths. And then we'll take that to the other side. So we're going to stand on the left leg, lift the right heel, beautiful, and then lift the right leg. So we're stepping back to our warrior one. See if you can really go nice and slow and controlled. There's always a little movement, a little wobbling. So this is warrior three. And then as you're ready, we'll step all the way back. Wiggle your feet into the right alignment and then reach up overhead. As you exhale, bring your hands down, clasping in that alternate way. Just lift your heart, turn a little bit towards the right. And then as you exhale, soften down. Come on. Beautiful. And then lift all the way back up. Back to our warrior one, facing the short edge of the mat. Exhale, lower your hands. Lift your right heel. And then we're coming into prayer twist on the other side. So the option to lower the knee or walk your hands to the top of your thigh. Right arm lengthens. Connects to the left knee as you twist. Finding that balance of softness and strength. Beautiful. Release your hands down. Step to the top of your mat. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Awesome. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a few breaths into Tadasana. And just close your eyes. Coming back to find that balanced breath. And then softly open your eyes. Let's take tree pose. So there's lots of variations here. If balance isn't on today, then bringing your toes to the mat. Otherwise, you can lift your foot just below the knee or take your foot, bring it to the inside of the thigh. Stand tall. So there's a little pressing of the foot and the inner right thigh together. Heart lifts. Stay here or maybe reach your arms up overhead. And see if you can bring a little softness into this pose. As you're ready, we'll take our hands back to our heart. See if you can bring your leg forward and hold there, maybe even extending it. And then we bend. Shake that side out. Okay, and then we'll do the other side. So standing on the left foot, find your variation of tree pose. Keep breathing. palms back to your heart. Knee faces forward. Maybe extend, bend, and lower. Hands to your heart. Okay. Come back to the short top end of your mat. Inhale here, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Bring your hands down, step both feet back. Come to your downward facing dog. And take some breaths. If you would like to take a vinyasa, take your time to do that. You could even come through and hold a high plank for a few breaths. All right, and then we're going to lower our knees down to the mat. All right, let's take a couple of rounds of cat-cow. Okay. And then come back to a neutral spine. Extend your right leg to the back of your mat. Bring your left fingertips forward. And then we're going to lift the leg, lift the arm. Option is to stay here or reach back and catch your foot. If you catch your foot, press your foot into your hand. Lengthen your heart forward and lift it. Lift your gaze. Take some nice full breaths. Okay, and then we'll release and extend. Lower down. Take a cat-cow between sides. Okay, and then left toe slide back. Right fingertips forward. Picking them up. You could stay right here. We'll come back, find crossbow. Breaths. Let's release and extend. Exhale, lower. And then let's come back and take a child's pose. All right. From child's pose, we'll come back up, hands, knees, downward facing dog. Let's look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, come all the way up. All right, back to standing. Let's do one last balance pose here. It's going to be a baby dancers. So there's a few options. We could bend into one leg, reach back and just catch the foot. If you do that, if I come sideways, you can see you want to have your knees in alignment. If you hold your foot, see if you can hold it on the inside. Okay, and then you're going to face forward. So I'm standing on the right leg. I'm holding my left foot with my left hand. Then I reach the right arm up. And then I'll start to press the foot into the hand as I lean a little forward, lean forward any amount. And then notice what's happening with the breath. We'll come all the way back up on an inhale and release. Okay, let's do the other side. So, stand on the left leg. Reach back, find the right foot. So if you can bring your knees into alignment. All right, and then I'm going to reach the left arm up. Keep pressing the right foot into my hand. Press, lengthen my tailbone away, reach my heart forward. And then take some breaths. So we're going to come all the way back up. Release down nice and slow. Roll out your shoulders, shake out your wrists. Awesome. Come back to this Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Hands down, feet back. Down dog vinyasa. And then let's come into pigeon pose. So we'll reach the right leg up. Draw the right knee through. Slide your left toes back. Maybe take a couple of breaths here in an upward pigeon, just to kind of settle in nice and slowly. And then elbows come down to the mat. You could stack your hands, rest your forehead on your hands, or maybe bring your forehead all the way down onto the mat. Settle into an easy breath. If you like to get a little deeper, you could wiggle your right foot a little closer to the top of the mat and then come back down. Okay. And we'll gradually ease our way back up. The hands on the mat, tuck your back toes. Slide yourself all the way back up. Then take some breaths in down dog, free up the right hip, the right knee. And then as you're ready, we'll take the left leg through. Maybe a couple of breaths in your upward pigeon before you start to make your way down. Fully engaging in the breath. And it's the same option here. If you feel things are opening up, you can wiggle your left foot a little closer and come back down. Okay. Hands back underneath. Tuck the right toe, slide yourself back, down dog, releasing everything. So we'll try a different balance pose here. Walk your feet a little wider, walk your hands a little wider, and maybe bring yourself into a little bit of a shorter dog. All right, so we're going to bring the right leg up behind us. And then bend your knee. So you can stay right here, or come onto the fingertips of your left hand. Really press the left foot and the right hand down into the mat, and then maybe you'll be able to reach back and find your foot. So it's like that crossbow that we did kneeling, except we're making it a little bit more challenging. Okay. Release that side, and take a breath. So we did that side, we're going to do the other side. So maybe left leg lifts, coming into your three-legged dog. You could hold right here. Or come to the fingertips of the right hand. Find that balance and then maybe reach up. Find your foot. Press your foot into your hand. Don't forget to breathe. Nice, release your foot, release your hand. Back to down dog. Nice, and then we'll lower all the way down to come to child's pose. From child's pose, we'll lift all the way up. Bring yourself to seated. Extend both legs out in front. Keep the left leg extended. Bend into the right knee. Facing right over your extended left leg. And then we're just going to fold. Maybe you reach for your foot. cancelling your shins. Inhale, lift all the way up. Alright, and then let's bring the right leg up. Cross it over the left leg. And then tuck your left toes underneath you. Sit nice and tall. Take your right hand back behind you. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. And then turn to gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, sit a little taller. As you exhale, you'll come out of the twist. Take your left hand to the outside edge of your right. A strap might come in handy here too. And then you're going to extend through your right foot. Twist back to the right and maybe reach your right arm back behind you. When you bend into your knee, come back to center. Stack your knees one over the other. Maybe walk your feet so they're in alignment with your knees. Sit tall here. And then as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale. We're going to release out. Shake out both legs and then we'll come into the other side. So left knee is going to bend. The foot comes to the inside of the right leg, just like tree pose. And sit tall. Slide your hands along your right leg. Soften down into your forward fold. Inhale back up. Take the left knee, lift it up, pop it just over the right leg, and then tuck your right leg in. So you want to be able to bring that left sit bone back down onto the mat. Okay, then left fingertips come behind you. Right elbow to your left knee. And then we twist. So whenever we twist, we want to really lengthen through the spine. Keep that length as you come out of the twist. Take the right hand to the left foot. Press the foot away. Turn back to the left. Bring into another twist. Keep that spine lengthened, heart lifted. Nice. And then bending back into your knee, we're going to place that foot over. Wiggle the right foot a little forward. And exhale, fold. Awesome. Inhale, come all the way back up. Nice. And unbind your legs. Bring the inside edges of your feet together. Let your knees come nice and wide. Take your hands to your feet, walk your sit bones back, and then forward fold. Take your hands to your big toes, lean a little back. See if you can lift your heels and then your balance just on your sit bones. You could stay right here or extend through one leg. You're really going to lift through the heart. If you did that, we'll come back and maybe extend through the other leg. And then the fun one is to extend through both legs. So you really want to lift your heart, otherwise this is where you roll back in this one. And maybe even lift your gaze. Alright, and then we'll bend back into both knees. Come back one more time to Baddha. Inhale, come back up, help your knees together. Turn yourself so you're facing the short side of your mat if you're not, and then we're just going to roll ourselves all the way down. Alright, keeping your knees bent, let's lift into a bridge pose. So press down, lift yourself up. Maybe take your hands and clasp them underneath you, work your arms under your shoulders. Gaze looks up, pressing the back of your head down firmly into the mat. Close your eyes. Take some. And then we're going to release our hands, lift our heels. Slowly let everything come back down to the mat. And then once everything lands, pick your feet up. Just let your knees just swish from side to side. And then we'll bring them over to the right for a twist. Beautiful, lifting all the way back up through center on your inhale, and then exhale to the left. Alright, then we'll inhale back up. Alright, so bring your hands down, press into your hands and your arms, extend your legs up towards the spine. So this is like a supported shoulder stand. You could stay here and make little circles with your heels. If you want to come into the full shoulder stand, press into your arms and then maybe rock yourself all the way up. Bring your feet right over your hips. Press the back of your head in, so you want to keep that healthy curve in the back of your head. Support your hands on your low back. Take some breath. This is a great pose for our thyroid, our lymphatic system. That's when you're ready to come out, bend into your knees. Release your hands. Roll yourself back down. Bring your feet to the mat. Point your toes. Bring your hands underneath you with the palms face down. And then press into your elbows. As you lift your heart, slide the back of your head in. Coming into fish pose. And this opens up the throat. Alright, and then gently release. Roll from one side to the other, release your hands. Reach both arms up, circle out your wrists. Alright, take a nice big stretch and then lower yourself all the way down to come into Shavasana. gradually allow your breath to deepen. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for a little longer. Otherwise, start to find a little movement that maybe becomes a deeper stretch. Maybe even open your mouth like a big yawn. Take a nice full breath in and out. Eventually make your way over to your right side. Rest there just for a moment or two. Just a little opportunity to check back in. And then gradually make your way back up to seated. Take a moment to sit well so you're settling into your hips, your legs feel heavy. Body feels soft and relaxed, but there's that lift, that strength that's holding you here. In perfect posture. With your eyes closed, just take a moment to just notice if anything shifted. Maybe you do feel a little bit more balanced. And then allow your hands to come back, resting at your heart, the Anahata chakra. Place of balance, the element of air. Softness into your heart, and exhale, release it. Breathe strength into your heart, and exhale, release. Take one more breath, and then softly open your eyes. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.